Yo, this is UndaSkore. Welcome back to the channel for another video. Today we're going to be making a dark R&B vibe. Let's jump straight into it.
UndaSkore.
So recently I've been listening to a lot of dark R&B, a lot of Black, a lot of Bryson, a bit of Tory, Lanez, that sort of vibe. We're going to be working in 160 BPM. The sort of track that I have in mind as a reference is Exchange by Bryson. If you haven't heard it, check it out. It's just phenomenal. Bass in it, the sample, the drums, his voice, it goes together so well. I think I'm going to start with the drums first. We'll put in the snares in first. I want like a good trap snare, no clap or anything like that. I want the drums to have this really lagging slow pace. The kick pattern is going to be really important in this. It can't be too minimal, but it can't be too busy at the same time. Got to feel it out. See if we can put in like a little quick double kick there. With the hi-hats, you don't want it to be just a 1-2 pattern the whole way through. It has to have these pauses and glitches and rolls in the right places. So let's sort of experiment with it. Put a few rolls in at the end of every couple of bars or so, just to give it a bit of variation. I think that works for now. So just make sure as always that we're going to put on some randomness with the panning. Give it that left and right feel. Now in my head I can start imagining how this is going to sound and start hearing some chord patterns and whatnot. I'm trying out a different VST today called Octave. I like this minimalistic interface, you know. Want a really good pad here, something that just has a bit of movement to it, something that sounds really ambient and wide and big. Gonna need a bit of RC20 on this. This progression sounds really similar to the opening part from Life is Good. Really simple, 4 chords. If you know me, you know that's the way I do things. Just 4 chord progression, nice and simple. Now we want to make the progression sound a bit more interesting. Besides the RC20, what else can we add? I think the chords would sound pretty cool reversed. Give it a bit more atmosphere and vibiness. Then reversing chords is always a nice easy trick. So the way I'm going to do this is just bounce it to audio quickly. And there's an easy way to do this in Ableton. So I'm just going to freeze the track. So freezing is just a nice easy way just to save on computer power really. So you can see it's just frozen everything. I can't change anything. But if I insert an audio track and then just drag this down, it's instantly audio. That's one of the most useful tricks I found out recently from an Instagram post somewhere. And now just to reverse it, we can't just instantly reverse it like this because then the whole progression will be backwards. So I'm just going to chop it up into pieces of each chord. So 1, 2, 3. And now we can reverse it. See, nice and simple. because the pad we were using didn't really have a tail to it, it had quite a long decay, it's not made a huge difference when we reversed it, but it's got just enough of a tail that it swells at the end of the reverse. So when you're doing a track like this, I find that the best sort of basses aren't necessarily an 808. You want to get something like a Moog or a Reese bass because it has a lot of movement in it, a lot of depth, and you can do these really cool glides with it as well. So here's one that I've been using earlier from a one-shot kit. So we're basically following the chord progression, and what we want to make sure we do is that we have some glides. So I don't know, I think I like it with the glide on every single note. The only thing is sometimes it can be a little bit jarring when it loops again because it's a bit louder at the beginning. So as usual with this, I've got an RC20 on just to make it mono, and then a little bit of distortion, not too much for this. So now before I move on to the next melodic element, I'm just going to go back to this pad and add a few more effects just to make it a bit wider and a bit more vibey really. I think I've used the word vibe or vibey like 10 times already in this video. I've recently got the Fab Filter package and there's quite a few different plugins for different things, so I'm just trying to explore and see what you can do with them really. Just added a few effects to that pad and now it's sounding really spicy, really like it. We just want to sort out the bass a bit. I want some heavy delay and reverb on this, just really take it to town. I find it really easy to get carried away when I've got the guitar plugged in, just everything sounds good. So it's really subtle. I'm just going to process the hell out of this, you know, just make it really spacey, EQ'd out and sitting in the background. I really like that stutter effect, but I just don't know if it fits in the track as a whole. Sometimes you can get carried away and like fall in love with things and different effects and instruments that aren't necessarily best for the track. I think that sounds okay, but I may mess about with it a bit more afterwards. Okay, so I've just started arranging it a little bit just to get an idea of what's needed. Got the pads coming in first, and then the guitar comes in along with the bass. But then when the drums come in, the bass drops out instantly before coming back in again. I think it just sets the vibe quite nicely. I really want to get like a vocal sample of some kind. Let's give that a try. so fire. So we're going to leave it there for today. I'm just going to finish mixing it and arranging it. We just crossed 100 subs on this channel, which is amazing. I'm really humbled by the support. Make sure you like the video and sub to the channel if you're enjoying this content. If you've seen my music theory series, which I started last week, the second video will be dropping this week. If you haven't seen it, check it out. Link will be above. Otherwise, have a good one. Peace out.